Now then guys, what's going on? This is Yorkie here and welcome back to another episode of this Newcastle United career mode, and today we kick off season number 3 and I'm super excited because you know what that means? It means a transfer window, and I'm really hyped to get into this transfer window and to pick up some more players because I had some issues with the squad at the back end of the season. If you haven't seen the series so far, make sure to go back and watch it, and as per usual, if you are new around here and you haven't subscribed already, make sure to hit that sub button. But yeah, I had a few issues with the squad, a little bit sluggish. The back line is definitely somewhere we need to improve. There's been a couple of suggestions for that, and yeah, just overall not a bad team. We've got a pretty decent squad, but I think we need to take it to the next level. We need to make sure we've got a team that can deal with the demands of playing Europa League football. Of course, as per usual, we've got a really big budget. It's not unlimited anymore. Like, the budget's a little bit tighter now. I'm going to go forward one day because some players will leave the club because, of course, we sold some players right at the back end of the window. So it's probably going to be 400 plus once that money comes in. But I mean, it's still more than good enough in terms of a transfer budget for us to be able to get business done. 414 million. But now I think we can look at just better assets in general. We are going to kick off the season against Brighton. We got Man United coming up here as well. So I mean, it's a pretty decent start to the season. A good test for us taking on Man United. See how we get on in that game with some of the new players coming in as well. I will give you guys a little bit of time to get even more feedback in on players we should sign. But I want to start making moves in this episode. Also, as per usual, we're not going to play pre-season because it's pre-season and nobody cares about it. But as you can see here, a lot of players departing the club. It just made sense, right? We had too many players in the team that weren't getting the job done. Now, this is the transfer hub at the moment, and the list of players that we've got is decent. I'm trying to scout people as we go along because there's one thing I do quite often that's quite criminal. I won't scout players as the season's going on, and then we get to this stage where I lose a player, like a release clause is met or something, a player's lost out of the blue, and it usually happens in like the last week, and then I can't sign anyone because I'm an idiot and I don't have anyone already on this list. So there are a few players on here that we probably won't be able to get because of their expense, but we need a bit more pace in the back line. That's my initial thought. And one I would really like is Pau Torres. He's usually left at this stage. So the fact we're on season 3 and he hasn't left, and he's 86 rated, and he's only going to be 68 million. I think Pau Torres is the first player that we're going to try and negotiate for in this and bring into the team. But as you can see, the list is pretty decent. It's pretty healthy. We do want a centre mid as well. I'm tempted by Calvin Phillips because, you know, I love Calvin Phillips. But we'll see. There might be some different feedback on that. Gravenberch was mentioned. He's at Wolves, so he's fair game, obviously. He didn't actually go to a massive team. Wolves aren't in Europe. We are in Europe. Gravenberch could be someone we go for. Now, I don't want to sign tons of players in this window. I just want to sign players that make the team better. And those 3 players that we mentioned right there would definitely make the team a lot better. There are some options as well higher up the pitch, but to be honest with you, for right now, where the team is at, I don't think we need a striker. Martial's come back from his injury. He's going to be available for the start of the season, and Icardi ended the season really well. And although those 2 will be getting a little bit older, I think they're good enough to be our starting strikers for right now and rotating the 2. We may need a young striker to come in. We've got Adam Eder, but I mean, the chances of Adam Eder player, they're just really slim. The fact is, he's only in the team because of a swap deal. Cavani's still here this season. His contract will be up. I'm guessing he's going to retire. I think we probably leave up top for this season and then we focus on that next year. We're going to go ahead as per usual and skip ourselves through this preseason tournament. We did choose the one that gives the most money because even though we're super rich, I can't help myself. You always pick the one that gives you the most money. And hey, if you play these, then fair play to you. But I cannot remember the last time I played any of these friendly games. So before he does get snapped away, we're going straight in for Pau Torres. I mentioned it a second ago, but especially seeing that he's going to be out of contract and it's only going to be 68 million, which, let's be honest, bargain bucket deal that. Absolutely ridiculous. He's only going to cost his value. Even if his contract was going to be up at the end of the season, 68 million is still ridiculously cheap for someone who is 86 rated. Now he's at Villarreal. I don't know how they got on, but I feel like this is a big move for him regardless. We're in Europe now and he's going to come to Newcastle, a team that's got a lot of wealth. And he's decent. I actually really like him. His attributes suit me. Yeah, he's not super quick, but for a centre-back, he's still relatively quick. 81 sprint speed. He's going to be far better at recovering the football than, say, when Tarkowski makes a mistake, which he probably will do. But him next to Tarks is going to be a million times better than Dunk and Tarks together, just purely because they're both very similar players. and both a little bit sluggish. I'm not expecting him to go easy on the contract. I actually think he'll want a decent sized contract. Of course, he wants crucial. He's on 50k currently at the moment, so we'll see if he wants to up that too much, but I'm not expecting him to. Players don't really drive a hard bargain when you negotiate like this. To be honest with you, if you was trying to be as realistic as possible when you're playing a career mode, I would only ever delegate, because the delegation is a lot higher off the bat than what you can offer a player. You can really pay quite cheap wages for very good players. That is signing number 1 done and dusted, and I instantly feel a lot happier about that, to be honest with you. I feel a lot happier now going into the season, knowing that we're going to have someone as good as Pau Torres in the back line. Now, there was recommendation that we change some of the numbers. Give me feedback on who you think should have what number. I've got to be honest with you, when it comes to kit numbers, I don't really care. I'm just being 100% honest. I don't really care, but I will go through and change some of the numbers so they make a little bit more sense, because we've probably got some players like Pau Torres coming in now who's 14. He probably should not be number 14. So I will go through and change a few of them to, numbers that make more sense, but at the end of the day, I don't really care that much about numbers. There's still a few players here we have to get off the books. Remy Savage. I'm so tempted to add Lascelles. Now that we've brought in Pau Torres, I just think Lascelles' days should be numbered, but, it just feels bad, because I would like to keep him here for as long as possible, because he's one of the OGs, but yeah, I think he's going to be added to the transfer list. And when it comes to right back, Conte, who's going to be given a new contract, by the way, let's delegate that instantly off the bat here, at least another year. He's going to stay, obviously, and I quite like Ben Johnson, but I am going to add him to the loan list, and I'm probably going to bring in another right back. I'm not quite sure yet who the right back should be. I'm thinking Tanganga would be a good right back for us. He's English as well. I really like the idea of using him again, because that Spurs series got cut short. It's a good opportunity to get to use him again in the Premiership, and he knows the Prem. Also, he covers at centre-back if need be, and he's at Hertha Berlin. Wouldn't cost too much money. That's the deal we're definitely going to make. But let's bear in mind as well, Conte isn't being replaced here in any way, shape, or form. If you did not see the last episode, he scored 2 of the best goals I've scored on FIFA. Our right back. Let's see what kind of deal I can negotiate. I'm just going to come straight in and give them 30 million and be like, yeah, take my money. And they'll accept that instantly off the bat. He wants rotation as well here. So that's absolutely fantastic for us, because, of course, Conte is my starting right back. Even though that Tanganga has a better rating, Conte wants to be the starting right back in my eyes. I'm going to keep him there. The 40k, that's not a bad wage either. That's signing number 2 done, and I'm already feeling so much more comfortable about our back line. We talked about the potential of another striker, and I can't look beyond this man. I know I said just moments ago in the video, maybe we don't need one. Moise Kean's contract is going to be up at the end of the season. He's the forgotten man there at Everton. He doesn't get used correctly. He's barely played. He's 23 years of age. He's spent a lot of time out on loan at different clubs, albeit some of them very big clubs. It's time for him to find a real home, and that home, hopefully, will be Newcastle. He's only going to cost me a cool 50 million as well, which is just pretty ridiculous that that's all he's going to cost me. There is a heavy expectation here, though, that Moise Kean will want a high wage. He's on 100k at the moment. He's probably going to want around that 100k. I want him for 4 years at least. I would have liked to have given him 5. They don't want a release clause, which is perfect for me. And then, to be honest with you, he's going to take a pay cut, which, that's massive. That's 3 transfers done, and I don't know if I should do any more, because I still want your guys' feedback, but I am itching to get in another central midfielder before we really get into the games. At least bring 1 central midfielder in before we get into them. But we need to go back to the squad now and figure out our striker situation. Again, that isn't something I would usually do, but Moise Kean's situation with the release clause was just too good. Adam Ida, I'm going to try and loan out. And Edison Cavani, I'm tempted to sell him. And then we would have Icardi, Martial, and Moise Kean as our strikers. To be fair, though, is it any harm to have Cavani on the bench as our backup? Now, I'm going to give Icardi a new contract as well. I think that's just the play. We go with 4 strikers this season. Sometimes we did play 2 up top throughout last season, and we could do that again. So Moise Kean, Martial, Cavani, and Icardi will be the strikers. We have to remember this year we're going to be dealing with European games as well. I feel like that's the right decision to make. Sean Longstaff has come back, and people really want me to use him. So I'm going to give him a new contract, and I'm potentially going to give him an opportunity and just see how I feel with him. Because at the moment, we've got Van der Beek, Tolisso, Shelvey, and Longstaff. I want at least one more centre mid, but maybe we give Longstaff a little bit of a shout this season. Finally have some offers coming in for players. Ida's going to be a loan out. It'll be loan to buy. We delegate. It's the same old. If you delegate it, you'll get the deal done. The same with Johnson there. We got a transfer offer for Trincao. I mentioned several times that I weren't really happy with the way Trincao plays in the game, and I didn't feel comfortable using him. But I did say I would give him a chance and an opportunity. So we're going to give him at least half of this season before making that transfer. We will let Lascelles go, though. And Lascelles will be sold. He managed to agree terms with Saint Etienne. I would have loved to have used him, but, I mean, we just need better if we're going to be a European powerhouse and even maybe try and push for Champions League this season. We've actually got a transfer offer for Cavani. Now, he's going to play third fiddle, fourth fiddle this season. I'm going to accept this. I wasn't expecting to sell him. He's only got a year left on his contract. He was brilliant as a super sub for that 1 year. We're going to let Cavani go. We'll let him leave the club and he can go and play for Sporting. Donny van der Beek bid as well. It's for Barcelona. It's 102 million. And I'm going to turn that down because we did what we said we needed to do to keep players, and that was finish in a European spot. Also, Ida will be loaned out, and so will Johnson. Now, we still have 277 million left, and that does leave me knowing I can sign a centre mid. But I am going to wait for your guys' feedback and give you guys the opportunity to give me your feedback before signing said centre mid. But at the moment, I would like Calvin Phillips, and I would also really like Gravenberch. So I think Gravenberch should be the main one we go for. Recommended quite a lot, actually, just in general. Should probably be the main one we go for, but he is going to be very expensive. And what's Phillips looking like if we went for both? Phillips is miles cheaper and also plays centre-back if we needed him to fill in that role. Plus, he looks horrendous in a Leicester top. Well, Cavani couldn't negotiate a deal with Sporting. No issue. We were planning to keep him anyway. Transfer offer here for Pedro Neto. They've chucked in Angel Gomez, who we don't really want because we've used him before. I mean, me and Pedro didn't really vibe last season, but he is getting better. So, again, he's one of those players that I want to give another opportunity. Him and Trincao, though, I'm going to be watching really closely because, I don't know, I just didn't feel it. I didn't feel like I was getting much out of him. I felt like I could cause a lot more problems when I was playing with St. Maximum. Here we go, then. First game of the league season coming up. Already got ourselves a kit clash. It's fine. No problem. We could change that instantly. I'm going to change it to that black that I really like. I genuinely really like that black kit. I think it's cool. It's a bit weird where it's got the little bits that pop up, but I like it. All right, so this is going to be the starting 11 for the Brighton game. Of course, we're going to give time for Martial to get back to match sharpness before he gets forced into the squad. This is pretty much the full-strength first 11 for now. Coutinho, of course, behind Icardi. That could be a position we find ourselves weak in as the season goes on because we've only got Lingard to back him up, but Pau Torres is going to be so good in that back line. First game of the season, and it's absolutely chucking it down, but we don't care. We're hard here in Newcastle. Look at them. Look at Brighton. Seaside boys wearing their jackets, aren't they? Wearing the jackets because they're cold and wet. We don't do that. Short sleeves on Tarkowski as well. That's what we like to say. But that's not going to have that much of an impact today. Brighton will want to start their season well in a home game. We want to start our season well. Got some new players to try out on the bench. Looking forward to giving them a go, to be honest with you. I'm intrigued to see what we can get from our bench today because I just want to see how these players get on, really, to be honest with you, and see if we can create much with that. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why is he going for that? Why did he choose to go for that? This is nuts. This is nuts. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Tolisso. Why did Henderson come out for that? Right, Trincao now. He's been fouled. I need to figure out how to enjoy using Trincao. As Operation Enjoy Trincao is this entire Brighton match. Now, his dribbling animation, I don't actually like. He just doesn't feel as nimble. Coming from Dembele. Now, my life might be made easier, right? Because the Barcelona career is finished. I'm not using Dembele anymore. So, might make my life a little bit more easy. Go on then, Coutinho. Oh. That block nearly caused Sanchez problems. Coutinho starting the season very brightly. To be honest with you, I think the block helped the shot, to be fair, and made it more difficult for Sanchez. Of course, I'm going to aim in here around Tarks. Tarks won't get to it. Basuma does. Basuma's still at Brighton. Basuma could maybe be a centre mid option we look at because we do. I want at least one centre mid. If we're going to give Longstaff the opportunity, at least until January, which I'm cool with doing that. we're going to need that option. Cardi plays that into Coutinho. Coutinho really just wanted the option there, didn't he? He took the shot on instead. And I really am starting to enjoy using Coutinho. I'm getting a bit giddy with the shots from distant, aren't I? I need to work this into the box a little bit better. That's nice. Coutinho now. Coutinho waits and waits and waits. Donny. Oh, that's lovely football. Trincao. Oh, well blocked by Webster, I think, there. We have started really brightly, but so we should. I'm not being mean to Brighton, but at this stage, Newcastle have... Well, the Newcastle we've built, we've got a much better squad than Brighton. We should dominate these games. Donald. Brings that one into Tolisso. I'll get that to Icardi. He'll get that to Coutinho once I get my English correct. Trincao. Coutinho. Icardi now. I'm just trying to find the right opening here. Donald van der Beek. I need to stop going for these long ones. Boys, I just feel like I'm going to score a screamer in this game today against Brighton, and they've given me it straight back. And now they're in trouble. Icardi. Great ball. Coutinho. Tight angle. Does not matter. Does not matter when it comes to Coutinho at the moment. I'm telling you, we have got Coutinho from Liverpool. We did not get the Coutinho from Barcelona. We've got someone who stood filming from the stanchion. But we did get the Coutinho from Liverpool. And he's been nuts for us. Ended the season super well. Started this one pretty well. Liso's done well to block it. And this feels like it could be a really good performance from us at the moment. Like... Brighton haven't offered too much, although I don't want to speak too soon, because usually when I speak too soon, they go through and cause me havoc. McAllister there. Tolisso stuck with him. Basuma. This is where they're going to be dangerous. Neil Moipe gets it across to Seema. Conte keeps it in as well and gets the ball forward. Trincao, two-footed, through the back. Get him off. That should be a red. Wepu should be off the pitch right now. Donald now. Cut that back. Lovely. Coutinho. Well, this is where Trincao wants to be on the football, and this is where we're going to see how good he is. Oh, that's good. Play it back. Coutinho curls it. Oh, my God. Imagine if that was two for Coutinho. Sanchez is having a very good game. I'm telling you right now, there's definitely been something in a recent patch that is helping goalkeepers a lot more. And I'm not mad at it. I like it, but the goalkeepers definitely seem better. 5 shots just for Coutinho in this game. Yeah, most from range. We will be fair on that one. Most of them have been from range, but still. Well, that'll be half-time anyway, fans. They applaud the boys off. That man's not really been called upon too much. He's not actually been as good as I thought he would be, but a few injury problems. And again, we have to plan that there could be injury problems this season. We've had injury problems in the past. Certain players, Maximum, has had injury problems. Martial has had major injury problems. There they come. Moipe. Koski chases. I'm going to out wide. Oh, that's lovely play. It's a good ball across as well, but Solly March couldn't control it. I've limited them to not quite a lot today. How Torres will ping that one forward. That is something I can actually do with him, which is nice. Couldn't do that as often. Oh, this is nice play. Go on then, Trincao. We'll find you. Trincao. Good opportunity for him, Trincao. Oh, Sanchez saves it. Well, he's absolutely been on fire today as Sanchez. We're going to go towards the back post to Tolisso Tarkowski. Thought I got a little bit more on that, to be fair. Oh, that's a good ball forward, and Tarks is out of position. Oh, they might break away now. Oh, we do get back in time, and that is great from Mendes. Liso. Oh, Donny's making the run. Good from Coutinho. Donny! Oh, my God. Sanchez. Well, it's not bad when these are the 2 subs you can make, is it? Icardi will come off. Keane will come on. We're also going to be bringing on Martial. It's great to have him back, to be fair. We'll whip this one in to Tarks. He can't even get onto it, which is weird. Trincao now, though. He'll get onto that. And he'll play that one to Coutinho. Oh, my God. I thought that was in. Sanchez again. I think he's going for Keeper of the Year, Sanchez, because at this rate, he's going to win it as well. Oh, that wasn't too bad. Because, I mean, I can't put nothing past him, can I? Maybe we need to sign Sanchez. Henderson's barely had an issue, though, to be fair to him. Oh, this might work out well for us. Martial finds Nuno Mendes. Moise Keane tries to hold it up. Is it Moise Keane or Moise Keane? I don't know. And I don't want to say it wrong. And then you guys, you do your usuals. No, Yorkie, you suck. You know, I don't need that. I don't need that. So I'm asking my faithful audience, is it Moise Keane or is it Moise Keane? Is it, you know, do you say it as if you're British? Henderson with a massive save. Well, this is the portion of the game where there's not much time left. So, of course, They cause me absolute nightmares. That would have been a lovely pass. If he makes that pass, I'd have been super happy. But he didn't. And Maximum didn't get the opportunity to go clean through. Lamperty now. Oh, well defended. Mendes has defended really well in this match. Martial there. Dinks that one over. Trincao does enough to get his head on it. Conte needs to get there, and he does. I'm so happy with Conte. I didn't expect to find someone at 78 rated that I liked as much as that. Full-time whistle is blown on the opening day of the season for Newcastle. I don't know how it was only 1-0. I really don't know how it was only 1-0, but we do win it. The embrace there between Donny and Trincao. Yves Bissouma might not be at Brighton for much longer. Legitimately, though, 13 shots. 13 shots, 77% accuracy. What is Sanchez made of? What is he made of? Unbelievable stops in this one. It should have been more for us. I was definitely happy to get some of the new lads on the pitch, though. Now, I'm intrigued to see if we've got our Europa League draw yet. We do not, but, I mean, I reckon this could be tough. There will be a Europa League game somewhere here. So the schedule is going to have to change because Liverpool and Man City in there is going to be hard. We got an offer for the same. From Everton, it's a swap deal for Kyle Walker-Peters. Nope. Henderson transfer as well now from Lazio. 70 million. That's a nice bid. We're going to reject it, of course, because then we'd have to find another goalkeeper. And maybe I should keep my eye on goalkeepers. But to be honest with you, once we sign a goalkeeper, that tends to mean, in my eyes, he's going to be the goalkeeper until the end of the save. We do have Emi Martinez there on the list. If we did need someone last minute, probably we should add Sanchez as well. We'll get him scouted because you can't have that good of a performance against me and me not have you at least on the list in case we did at some point need a goalkeeper. Man United next, they won their game. We won our game. This is the starting 11. I've opted with Martial today. One, he's going against his old club, so, you know, that's always good to see. But I think his pacing behind might work for us, although they do have Tomori and Varane as their two centre-backs. First home game of the season, and I just realised we've actually got a couple of players, haven't we, taking on Man United, because we've got Donny van der Beek. I just always forget that Donny van der Beek ever played for Man United, because he didn't. But he is going to be playing for Newcastle today. Scott McTominay, the captain for Man United. Interesting, but hey, I'm okay with that. I'm cool with Scott McTominay being their captain. I think, I don't know, maybe, potentially down the line, that could happen. Will there be some revenge today for Martial and Donny van der Beek? Finding themselves a new home here in Newcastle and doing pretty well. Doing pretty well, you know. Martial had a great goal-scoring season until injury struck. And Donny has been, I mean, that man's been clutch. He's really decent to use. What I find really difficult is the players I use in career mode, they progress so much. So I don't actually know what these guys are like on, say, Ultimate Team. There might be special cards for them, but I imagine Donny van der Beek is a beast of a midfielder. Man United are going to have an early corner, and I am a little bit worried because this is the first rail test, and oh my god, Conte, you were a god. He saves it off the line from Ronaldo, and now they might be in trouble. Ansett Maximum. The Maximum still. He's going to then play that one into Martial. It was just a little bit behind him. We're going to go to Nuno Mendes, who will go inside for St. Maximum for 1-0 Newcastle United. Let's go, lads. Oh, we needed that. That was a real quick break from the edge. So close to conceding, to scoring. What a moment. I genuinely thought Ronaldo was scoring there. And then we've gone clean through. This is a good cut in from Mendes and a great ball back across. The Saint don't miss them. That is the lead. And a handy lead. A lead we really needed. I needed that. I needed that good start, man. I really did. And I'm super happy that we've got it. But we got to be smart because they went really close just before we scored. If it weren't for a decent fast break, I don't think we do score. Trying to find Martial there. Tomori and Varane will deal far better with Martial than what Maguire would have done. So that is a big bonus today for this Man United team. At the moment, it's weird, but Conte is becoming my favourite right back to use until he just did that. And now we might be in trouble. Ronaldo doesn't miss them. And I made a mistake. Conte made a mistake as I'm saying how good he is. He has to be better with the pass there. Just hit it long. To be fair, no centre-backs were showing for him. It was a very difficult position to be in. The centre-backs have to take some blame, but just hit it long. Henderson gets close. But just remember, we've got Henderson as well, who's ex-Man United. Okay, we've got 3 ex-Man United players. And at the moment, I mean, we're making life a bit too easy for them, to be honest. We should not be drawing. I think if we do score, it's going to be breakaway, right? If we do score, it'll be breakaway. And that's fine, because we've got the pace. Well, we don't with Trincao. That's a little minor issue. You know, that ball there should have been better from us. Oh, Coutinho's been found. Coutinho now just couldn't get it out of his feet. They closed me down so quickly. It's been tough this first half. It's been really tough. There you go, Ronaldo. Just don't let him get off the shot. The ball in. Tarkowski did brilliantly there. We need to play that across. Coutinho. Oh, he needs more options. He's got one out there to Trincao. It's not an awful ball, but again, it's not a great one. And we need to start making these passes counting behind. Big second half this. And at the moment, 1-1, would I take it? Yeah, of course I would. You know, we're not at the level of Man United yet. We're not. They did really well in the league last season. We're not at their level yet. So we have to be good. We have to try and be good. And that, if he's on, is beautiful. Conte now. It's a good ball in towards Martial, but too many bodies there. Donny will win it. Oh, I just couldn't get the ball across. That was a good opportunity. A little bit wasted. I feel like in this second half, when I win it, I need to slow it down a little bit more. We're playing at a really frantic pace. Coutinho now. He's going to try and dink that one over. He gets it to Martial. And Martial against his old club. Do I? I'm not going to. I feel like maybe he would celebrate against Man United if he scored past them in real life. I genuinely do. The arrogance, but we won't celebrate this time. Man United fans, we won't celebrate. Perfect ball from Coutinho. Perfect finish. But we have our lead. We've been here before. It didn't last too long before Ronaldo cut that in half. So, well, cut it in half. Pulled one back. Don't know why I said cut one in half, but pulled one back. Let's see if we can keep it for a little bit longer this time as the ball goes forward to Ronaldo. And Pau Torres is finding it a little bit of a struggle to settle. But that is fine. Coutinho. Oh, I like that. That is perfect. Trincao. It's a good touch on. Trincao still got it. I'm actually really impressed with Trincao's footwork here. He ball rolls it back. We're going to cut to the outside of Coutinho. And it's blocked by Bruno Fernandes. Something there. Finds Tolisso. Coutinho. Oh, this could be dangerous. Maximum. Oh, what a save from De Gea. We're going to see Man United make a sub. It's not too much of a surprise, is it? They've gone down. James Maddison coming on for Fred. They're playing Fred at cam and Bruno Fernandes deeper. I don't know why. I really don't know why. But it's not a bad substitution to bring on. I thought Martial was making it 3-1 and scoring a second. We're going to make a sub of our own. Trincao's going to come off. I've actually been quite happy with him in this game. I'm going to bring on Lingard for Trincao. Well, Maddison now. Can he have an impact off the bench? Carval. He's actually been really good for them. Good ball in from Pogba. Ronaldo! Well saved, Hendo. They're going to go short with a corner, which I tend to do all right against short corners. Bruno and Sancho there. Could be a problem. Oh, that's actually a lovely ball played. Ronaldo now. Straight across to Maddison, who will have the impact, and it will be 2-2. It's a really good goal. I mean, they pulled me all out of position, and Maddison's got too much room. No one gets anywhere near him. Not a marker in sight. Well, I'm going to try and pull them out of positions now where I can. Trincao there. Not Trincao, sorry. Lingard finds Martial. That's a good ball across. Coutinho. Oh, Carvajal. Well done. Well done, or else that's a goal. Martial now. Oh. Nearly a second and De Gea will collect. That was really good play from the lads. Well, they're sitting super deep now. It feels like Man United are happy with a draw here. Really does. Conte now. They've got to be smart there up against Shaw. Has pulled Shaw out of position and will allow Donny to do that. Oh, I nearly got the ball in behind to Lingard. Lingard's going to have the opportunity to whip it in. He's not. It goes out. But we've made 2 subs. Let's see if they can have an impact. Moise Kean coming on. And we're also bringing on Pedro Neto. Luke Shaw. Don't let him pull it back more than anything. Conte on him, so that should fill me with confidence. Conte, I think, has done enough there. He has done enough. Lingard now will get it. Lingard will break away. Let's see Lingard against his old club. Piling forward. Don't take that out, Lingard. Pull it across. Moise Kean. Look at that strength. Moise Kean, look at that strength, the substitute for his first goal, and it's saved by De Gea. Most likely should have sweated that. I probably should have, shouldn't I? they're going to bring on Pablo Fornals now for Sancho, and that will be the game. I mean, 2-2 is not a bad result. We'll take that all day long. It was actually a super close game. It was a really fun game to play, so I still know that the Sliders are in a good spot because that was a really fun match against a really tough opposition. Felt like towards the end, though, we might have just had enough in us to nick it. I really did think we might have just had that little bit extra in us to nick it. But that's going to be it for this episode, guys. So we've got the centre midfield situation that we need to sort out. You guys know about that. I've gone through the players that I think we should go for, and the players actually on that list are players that you guys have recommended as well in past episodes. So make sure to let me know what you think we should do there and in that situation with centre midfield. Let me know what you think of the transfers we've made so far. I'm really happy with them. The Moise Kean one wasn't expected. It wasn't planned, but when I saw he was going to be out of contract, he was back at Everton, hadn't moved on. I felt like it was the right move to make because I think he's going to be very, very good in this Newcastle team for seasons to come. I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you're having a great week so far. Take it easy, and I will see you in the next episode.